There were many reasons why I avoided strength-based activities in the past, and I'm sure those of a slender nature may associate with me when I count down my top 10 problems skinny guys have in the gym. So at number 10, we begin by taking a long look in the mirror ourselves. Literally. I imagine the budget for mirrors in gyms is quite extortionate due to the fact that they are everywhere. You can't go a minute without turning around and there's a mirror. You can see your body at all angles, and for skinny people, we don't want to see our body from all angles because that's why we're in the gym, we're trying to change it. So, tip to all gyms, please reduce the mirrors. At number 9, we have baggy clothes. Stuff like this. This is muscle fit style. But when you're starting up, you need one ingredient to squeeze into muscle fit, and that's muscle. So the clothes that I wore hung off me like a bin bag. So top tip, wear clothes you feel comfortable in. Simple. So it's scientifically proven that getting protein in right after your workout aids the repair and growth of muscle. It's just a shame that you need to take a protein shake to get the best results and get the quickest method of getting protein in your system. These protein shakes, they aren't great. They aren't your vanilla latte from Costa, personal favourite of mine. They taste like cement. They are thick, they are gloopy, and they have a lot of calories in, which is difficult for skinny guys to digest. It's a right old chug. Okay, so let's paint a picture. And you're walking to the gym, and bang, you see a wild herd of protein bulked up animals stood there, turning around at the same time looking at you dead in the eye, and you feel like you're the odd one out. And that's a big problem for skinny people going to the gym. There might not be a guy the same size as you in there, so you automatically feel like you're the one who's different to everyone else, and dents your confidence. Right, so this is a key one. It's very important to stress that patience is a massive thing for slim people who are trying to build muscle and put weight on, because it's no quick fix at all. It's going to take a lot of effort, time and determination, and sometimes that thought of, oh, it's going to take so long, kind of clouds over what you're doing, and it makes you less motivated, so you're going to put less time to it, and you might even quit for it. But it's important to stress that you need to be patient, because everything that's good in life does take time to develop, so just stick at it. So moving on to number 5, this is the fear of failure, which is always evident in many walks of life. It happens to millions of people on a day-to-day basis. People do fear failure, and it's no different than being in the gym. They may fear the fact that they may not reach their targets. So I think it's very important to set yourself short-term goal targets, which are very easily achievable at first. So when then you reach them targets, then you feel a sense of achievement, and you give yourself a pat on the back. And then you keep setting short-term targets until you feel you've made improvements, and then that's when you knock in your long-term targets, and Bob's your uncle, you are on the go. You see the dumbbell rack, and it ranges from what, 2 kilograms up to 50 in my dreams. Thinking, you're looking around, you're seeing people lifting 20s and 22s, you know in your head that you can't physically lift a 22. If you lifted 22, then your arm's going to resemble a flump, and no one likes flump arms. You don't want to look like the guy who lifts nothing, who lifts the lower weights. You want to be like that guy in the corner who's lifting the 35s, but you've got to know your limits. I didn't like picking up the 7.5, the somber looking 7.5k in the corner, while other guys are doing heavier, but you've got to know where you're at. So if you're like me, and you do your research before on different routines and exercises, and there's like these little graphs that show you how to do it and the correct technique, but it's completely different when you actually get into the gym rather than just looking at a little guy doing it on the graph or a stick man doing it on the graph. And in your head you're saying, am I doing this right? Keep asking yourself the question, am I doing this right? But in reality you know you're doing it right, but there's always that thing in the back of your mind because you're worried what other people will think. Let's say I was doing a shoulder routine and there was a move I was unfamiliar with. I wouldn't feel confident going into it, and I'd be questioning myself throughout the entire thing. I don't want to look like that plank in the corner who doesn't know what he's doing in the gym, you know what I mean? But it's important to stress that in reality you are probably doing it perfectly well and you're spot on. Right, so now we're down to the top 2, and I regard this one as a big problem. It's the fact that you feel like all eyes are on you. You feel like everyone in the gym's looking at you. You're the intruder, the slim, skinny guy who obviously hasn't been in the gym much, and people are kind of looking down on you and questioning you, but in reality they're too focused on what they're doing. They're too focused on their routines. They don't give a damn about you. They don't care. They might give you the odd innocent glance, but that's all it is. It's an innocent glance. They might be looking in the direction you are, and they might make eye contact, and it might be awkward eye contact, but they're not judging your life and your life decisions. It was just a harmless look. So the next time you see someone looking at the gym, don't take it personally. Number one is the intimidating factor you get when you enter a gym, especially the first time you're there, and especially if you work out on your own, like I do. A gym is naturally a very intimidating place. There's lots of people who know what they're doing. There's lots of people who are very confident, sometimes arrogant about it. If you're not like them, then you feel like you're looking up to them. But everyone's on the same level. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's there to do the same thing at the end of the day. No one's better than anyone else, and that's the important thing to remember. But if you feel like the intimidation is too much, then you need to do what I did, if it's possible of course, and that's go when you know it's going to be deserted and there's going to be no one there. And sometimes you might have a gym to yourself, which is what I had last summer when I went to Teesside Uni Gym. Maybe there's one bald guy there who I saw a couple of days a week, but apart from that it was empty, and it allowed me to be comfortable. So that was my top 10 problems for skinny guys in the gym. I hope you enjoyed the list. Make sure you check out my blog on WordPress and like the YouTube channel as well. Coming up, we're going to be doing some one-to-one features with people who are in my position, who were in my position. We've got a guy called Lee Brown who is looking to lose weight, so we're flipping that. A guy called Martin Coates who was in my position maybe a year and a half ago. He used to be skinny and you should see him now. And we've got maybe another interview with a guy called Dylan, who is a very slim guy looking to put muscle on. So that's something to look forward to. And I'll see you in the next video.